And for a deeper understanding of education funding and how it makes its way into the classroom, I'm joined by Diane Douglas, Superintendent of Public Instruction. She joins us from Phoenix. Diane, thanks for being here. 301 monies, for a lot of people who aren't fully in tune with education money, they might think that this is new. It's really a continuation, and some critics have already said this is really status quo. Do you see it that way?
Well, it is. It's an extension we needed for what was Prop 301 from 2000, which would sunset in just a couple of years. And it's a very important part of our funding to get salary money to our teachers. So, yes, it is an extension, but it was a very needed one, because without that, I can't even imagine the fiscal cliff that our districts would fall off, not just for teacher salaries, but in other areas too.
Does this somehow mean that teachers might see more money in their pocketbooks coming up in the next year or two?
The way the Prop 301 lays out maintains the status quo. With it now being legislative, there might be opportunities, because about 56% of the Prop 301 money goes to teacher salaries, and to teacher salaries possibly through other means, through the district's M&O. But there's other education funding that also comes from that. And that's a discussion for the legislature.
If there were suddenly an infusion of cash into the classroom, would that change teacher morale or student performance?
Clearly, it's not the money that makes our teachers dedicated. They're there because they have a love of children. They have the love of whatever subject it is that they teach. But certainly, I think it can help them in many other ways. If you're worrying about, are your kids going to have lunch today? As a teacher, do your own children have to be on free and reduced? How are you going to pay the mortgage? Gee, I have to have a second job to make ends meet because my profession doesn't pay me enough. Well, that takes energy away from what they can do in the classroom each and every day also.
Last week, the governor laid out some plans that really target improving the safety of a school. Thoughts on what your position is with how we improve things here in Arizona?
I've talked about kind of a three-step plan, if you will. The first thing we need to do, in my opinion, is make sure our facilities are safe. And what I mean by that is, one simple thing we can do is make sure that all our schools, and each school in every district can be at a little bit different place, but make sure there's perimeter fencing that controls the access in and out of the schools. Another big piece of it is school resource officers. Not all our schools have those. And the last piece that I think we learned from what happened in Florida, that we also have to take the mental health issues of not just students, but of adults very seriously. And how do we get our students to talk to us when they know there might be a problem or a potential problem on a campus? And how do we make sure that the adults take the right steps and have the resources to take the right steps? Our counselor ratio here in Arizona is 850 to 1.
Point of clarification for what's written in the statute and what we practice here in Arizona. Can teachers be armed in classrooms, or is it specifically school resource officers and law enforcement?
Governing boards must create policies to restrict guns on campuses, except peace officers and as authorized by the school administrator. So technically, I believe, yes, a principal could say, if you are trained to carry a firearm, if you get ongoing training, you could be authorized. I have to tell you, though, quite honestly, the way that statute is written, if I were a principal, I don't think I would do it without more direction from either the superintendent or the governing board. So I think it's a piece of statute that has some options to help protect students and keep campuses safer, but I think we have a little bit of work to do on it legislatively.
As a superintendent of public instruction here in the state, do you have a position on that statute?
I think we can explore it. I think we should definitely boost up school resource officers, absolutely. But again, that's a financial challenge for our struggling districts. Do you pay your teachers a little more, or do you pay for this resource? But if our children aren't feeling safe at school, or they feel that there's threats, they're not going to learn the way they should. So it's an issue we have to address and look through different options.